You and I talked about in our interview that when you put certain things out there, certain types of lyrics, that there is a chance of people testing you over those lyrics.
Absolutely.
Right? And after we talked about it, there was a situation between you and MB Jesus.
MB Jesus.
MB Jesus.
Yeah, the infamous.
The infamous thing. So talk about how that whole thing came together.
That situation. All right, so we're walking in the club. Dude, like, I think he was yelling already when we was walking in, but we had to get into the club. So on our way back out, dude starts yelling again. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a picture of the guy real quick, because that's what it seemed like he wanted. So I walk over, he puts his arm around me, there's a camera, I think we're about to get a picture, and then he starts yelling, ignorant stuff in the camera. So at that point, my cameraman stuck his arm between us, pushed it, and I just hit a spin move, walked off. That was the end of the whole little situation. Nothing happened there. Okay.
So why did the cameraman get in the middle of it as opposed to security?
Walking, like, it was literally just us. It was me, my engineer, my cameraman, and my manager. And both of my engineer and my cameraman were in front of, or my engineer and my manager were in front of me. My cameraman happened to be like right there next to me. So he was just the one that was, there.
So you had no security that night?
No.
Okay.
No, we didn't have security. Like, inside the club we did, but once we was walking out, like, we didn't have security.
Well, inside the club you had, what, the club security, basically?
Yeah, it's like club security was everywhere.
Okay, so do you have your own security? Okay.
No, I just go everywhere with my team. I don't have like a security team when we go anywhere.
Okay. I mean, you do know that you're taking a risk by doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, your cameraman
is my cameraman.
Is your cameraman. Like,
right.
His job is not to physically protect you. Like, for example, like when I go to certain events, I have actual security.
Yeah.
I have a guy who has a gun on him, whose job it is to do security, who has body armor on him, who literally will get in front of me to stop a bullet, who is, trained in martial arts, has different types of weapons on him, and not only is he physically prepared to do whatever it takes to protect. He's being paid to protect me. He's prepared to do that. I mean, he's but also when people see him next to me,
yeah, it's intimidating.
They say, something, I might get seriously hurt.
Yeah.
Trying to get at Vlad by going through this guy, because this guy doesn't look like he's just going to step down.
Right.
So this is what I do, because of the status of where I am and the type of content that we cover and stuff like that. But you're telling me that you don't have actual security with you?
Nope. No security, no ninjas.
Okay.
Nope. It's normally just me and like the people I'm with.
Okay. Do you feel that you're putting your safety at risk because of that?
Not really. Like, we haven't been in any situations where it's really been necessary, and if we felt like it would be a situation, then we would, probably go about it. But it hasn't been like, most of the time it's literally we pull up, walk in the club, pull up, we walk out, we leave. We don't I don't know.
We live in we live in an age right now where, like, for example, I know who MB Jesus is for one reason alone. I have never heard of this guy until he goes and does that little stunt with Slim Jesus. That's the only reason why I've ever heard of this guy.
Yeah, but now I stole his name though. No, that's not physically possible because no one's heard of you.
Right. I mean, people have their own reasons. People have accused me of ridiculous things, and people feel that I'm sneak dissing and whatever else. I don't care about all that.
Right.
But ultimately, this guy became famous, somewhat famous, by trying to intimidate you in some type of way.
Right.
Now, and it worked.
Yeah, I mean, he still has like 100 Twitter followers or something, but
Still,
he did. Yeah, he got his little World Star video out there. He did.
He got on that site.
He got academics covered it a couple times.
Yeah, I think we did some sort of coverage of it of some sort. Like, now, and if you think about it, nothing really happened, right? He just sort of put his arm around you and just like.
Yeah. Did you see his little video?
No.
He did a little video like, man, the next time we see Slim Jesus in a car, we did a little video mocking it or whatever. Next time we run into Slim Jesus, we gonna find out who the real Jesus is. We're gonna have to beat him, rap the cameraman with his own cameraman, you know.
I think he claimed that he gonna beat up your cameraman or something.
Yeah, he said he's gonna rap my cameraman with the cameraman. Yeah, dude can't talk either. But yeah, so we just did the whole. We thought it was funny, so we just went ahead and mocked the little video, put it up on Instagram.
Okay, well, that situation you were able to walk away from.
Yeah.
You know, ultimately, none of us know why the situation was as slight as it was, but it could be way worse.
Yeah, it could have been.
It could have been someone that basically said, "I'm going to punch this dude in the face,"
Right.
Or I'm going to rob him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I could have got shot.
Or I'm gonna shoot him.
Right.
Or I'm gonna stab him. Or 5 or 6 of us gonna get together, and we're gonna become famous off of this. And we'll do our little jail time, or you know what I'm saying? We'll take the repercussions that come with it, because some people just ain't got nothing to lose.
Right.
They ain't got nothing going on. It's like, okay, look, you know, my SoundCloud got 23 plays on it. My YouTube has 3 subscribers.
Yeah.
I'm going to go beat up Slim Jesus, and boom, I'm now in the game.
Right. It's sad. It's kind of, I mean.
It's sad, but it's reality.
Yeah, it's like the extreme end of the diss track thing. It's like, if I do something, you know, and involve somebody else, I can maybe steal a little bit of their shine. Maybe. It's corny.
Yeah, but it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know something, in a way it's kind of hip hop.
Yeah.
In terms of, not in that part, but like, for example, the fastest way for a lot of rappers to come up historically is to diss a bigger rapper and have that bigger rapper respond. I mean, think about 50 Cent.
Yeah, I was about to say.
50 Cent came out initially, he got known in terms of, like the mainstream audience, he got known with a song called How to Rob, where he basically talked about robbing all these mainstream rappers, to the point where Jay-Z even responded.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought, you know, Jay-Z like kind of gave him a little spot in the beginning.
I'm about $1, what the fuck is 50 Cent? That was a Jay-Z line. And 50 talked about that was the best thing that could have happened to him.
Yeah, absolutely, because I mean, that gave him that spotlight.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't respond.
And he ran with it.
I don't respond to diss tracks. You can do 5 million diss tracks, I mean, I'm not giving you a word back.
Right. Once again, what I'm saying is that there's going to be all these unknown rappers that's going to try to come up off of you. It's already happened. And I'm thinking that it's not going to be the last time.
Yeah.
So why not take your safety a little bit more serious?
I don't know. We probably should, to be honest. We probably should get some ninjas. Probably.
You know, I mean, when you look at any rapper who's known out there, I've never seen anybody come through solo.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I used to hang with Riff Raff at one point. He got this big old dude from Texas that, you know, I mean, I don't know if you've seen him like throw people off the stage and stuff like that.
Like, yeah. But
I mean, you know, sometimes they're not technically security, but it's like the homies, you know, who's down to fuck shit up, who got nothing else going on, who just happy to be, you know, dragged along to a tour.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I've never really seen anyone just come in solo. Not in the genre, in any sort of street type genre. Right. Which is what you're doing. You know? I mean, is it a money thing? Do you feel like you don't want to spend the money on security?
Oh no, it's not like that. Like we've talked about it, like me and the manager talked about, you know, getting security, and it's not like a money thing. It's just like we haven't felt like it was necessarily, but it's never necessary until it's necessary, I guess. So.
Yeah, it's never necessary until it's too late.
Right. So, I don't know.
All right. Well, my suggestion is
probably just a dumb move on my part, but yeah.
Well, let me tell you, like, the best way for something to happen is assume it doesn't happen. Yeah. And the best way for something not to happen is to assume that it always happens. It's always going to happen. Like I assume every time I walk out the street, walk out of my house, that something's going to happen. Right. So I always have some level of precaution or something. I'm not going to go into what that is, but I always have some level of assumption that at any point shit can go down, and because of that, nothing's really gone down in you know, in recent memory. Right. You know what I'm saying? So my suggestion, like, you know, I don't want to see a video of you getting jumped by 5 people and you know what I'm saying, and a bunch of blood and stuff like that. Like,
trust me, neither do I.
Yeah.
That'd be cool if we can avoid that.
Yeah. So especially as you go on tour and people know where you're going to be. You know what I mean? Like for example, with me, granted I don't do shows.
Yeah.
But for example, if I am at some sort of hip hop function, I won't Instagram that until after I've already left.
Right.
Because if I do it while I'm there, there's a certain level, I'm thinking like, if there's people that don't like me, who have a problem with me, whether it's in their own head or not,
Yeah.
that I don't want to give anyone the opportunity to try to confront me because they already know where I am and they might be nearby and stuff like that. It's just as a safety precaution thing, and this is not being soft. Like me and Mano, who's one of the most street rappers out there. I mean, Mano did like over, I think like 10 years for kidnapping, and he's got a huge scar on his face, and he's been known to beat up rappers. Like me and him are on the same page when it comes to this type of thing. He's always extremely prepared when he goes out. He's always assuming that something gonna happen and so forth, and that's how he's avoided a lot of bad confrontations. So I don't know. My suggestion is try to be a little more careful.
Right.
You know what I mean? You did say in an interview that if someone does run up on you, they're gonna get hit.
I mean, probably. Like, it's not like somebody's gonna run up and hit me and I'm gonna just be like on the ground laying there like, all right, beat me up. Like, yeah, there's normally people around me that will, they're gonna step in and I'm gonna step, like, I'm not just gonna, roll over. So that's all I meant by that interview. The Hot New Hip Hop one or whatever, I think that's what it was, where I said that, I just meant like, if you run up on us like, blah, 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 yeah, somebody's probably gonna hit you. Like, that's just, It's not just like we're just gonna be like, oh, okay.
Okay. You did also mention that if someone got an issue with you, they could, roll up on Frank Black.
I said that?
Something like that.
I probably did say that, just being ignorant. Probably. Matter of fact, I remember, because anything I put out now gets like screenshotted and put somewhere. I put some stuff on Snapchat. We were just out on the porch chilling, and I put some stuff on Snapchat. Instantly, it was up on DJ Academics, talking about, he's calling out the savages, and I was like, oh, great. Because I used to be able to just do goofy stuff like that, on Snapchat, and it wasn't nothing. But now, anything I do, goes viral, so it's whatever.
You just have to be careful with that type of dialogue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had a bunch of rappers diss me on songs, on social media, on whatever, but I've never responded.
Right.
And even when I occasionally do interviews, because I don't do very many, but when I occasionally do interviews, if I do like the Breakfast Club or Sway or whatever, and they ask me about these rappers, I say, hey man, shout him out. You know what I mean? I think he's a dope artist. I'm looking forward to his album. And he got his opinion. So I always try to like, I don't put more fuel into the fire.
Right.
I don't come back and say, fuck him, yo, you know what I mean, he ain't shit, and start trying to poke away at, poke at things that I feel this person's deficient at or whatever else. I basically just keep it going, because this is not what I feel I'm about as a business person. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like with you not being about that, but then turning around and saying, meet me on Frank Black if you got a problem with me. It's a little bit of a mixed message.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't go out looking for problems at any point, and I'm just trying to make music and stuff. But as far as like the music stuff, like when I said AOKD's trash, dude came at me first, so I don't really care. Like, I completely stay out of it, and I don't try to get any kind of beef, and I don't do songs back and forth and stuff. But when people come out and they like do disses, and then they do like 300 different tweets about me, they'll get like, yeah, you suck, and that's it. Like, AOKD sucks. There you go. That's what he wanted. We got it.
Or you can just mute them.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah.
Because ultimately, when someone is really going out of their way to get your attention, what they're trying to do is get your attention.
Get that response.
They're trying to get that response.
Yeah.
Or they want you to ultimately do a song with them or help them out or whatever else.
Yeah.
The people that hate you the most are the people that really want to be your friend. Want to be down with you. And that's kind of the crappy part of human nature sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I think he's feeling the same aggression that a lot of people are feeling, like the whole, where he said, you know, I've been out for months and years before him. Yeah, a lot of people have been out a lot longer than me and not blown up, you know, nearly as quickly or whatever. So a lot of people have that, you know, that built up that feeling about it, and that's okay.
So he said, you got any scripts? I said, nigga, I'll be right back. Ain't bullshit. Got in the car, nigga, went over to Press's house, got the script, foolish. So brought it back, handed it to the nigga. The nigga gave me a check for $1 million.